Welcome back to our live coverage of Jerry Sandusky's sexual molestation trial. I'm Vinny Politan. Great to have you with us today. We're waiting for Gene Casares to step out of that courtroom when they take their lunch break in Bellefonte, Pennsylvania, for all the latest details in the case, and we'll bring that to you as soon as it happens, so stand by. I want to bring in Mark Serrano now, who's an advocate for sex abuse survivors.
The university has a big public relations problem, and it's largely because they have not fully embraced victims to come forward. I believe there are many others out there to come forward in a safe environment, because I believe the university is concerned about their legal liability exposure. And it's sad. It's very sad that the university would take that posture, and they're going to have a continued problem with their public relations and the communications about this case and this scandal because of that, because the university is a co-conspirator.
What are your thoughts about Sandusky? You know, this case, we're talking about 10 alleged victims. We've got 8 of them that testified. To me, do you think that that's all there is out there? And if there are others out there, why do you think they remain silent?
Well, I believe that Jerry Sandusky created the Second Mile charity so he could gain access to victims way back in 1977. I believe Sandusky retired as a coach in 1998 or 99 because he had a whole nother career waiting for him, and that was as a career child molester. Jerry Sandusky was empowered when the university didn't hold him accountable, despite the fact that university officials knew that he raped a child in one of their showers back in 2001. So Sandusky, unfortunately, was empowered to continue perpetrating crimes against kids and found many other victims through those years after 2001 because he wasn't held accountable then. These crimes are so insidious and so damaging to the psyche of a young male especially, that victims hold it in. You could see in the testimony last week how many victims talked about blocking it out because it's so traumatic. Think about the physical dynamics of a 6'5" man in a shower naked with a 10 or 11-year-old kid and anally raping him. Think of the dynamics, even the rectal tear for a child. And the emotional scars are there for life. It really changes the brain chemistry of the development of the child. So as a result, victims tend to keep it silent and within for often decades, unfortunately. And that's why I believe there are so many other victims still out there despite the validation they have received from the criminal process.
Well, Mark Serrano, thank you so much for speaking with us today. You bring a perspective that sheds a lot of light on this issue and can really open up our eyes about the reality of the situation. We do appreciate it, and thanks for all the great work that you're doing as well.
Thank you, Vinny.